See No Evil, Hear No Evil. The movie that asks, what if you take a blind man and a deaf man to solve a murder and somehow didn't die immediately? You got Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder, firing off one-liners faster than bullets in a plot that makes zero sense but all the chaos. It's offensive, unhinged, and it's two comedy legends doing whatever the hell they want and somehow making it work. Logic took the day off, but the laugh showed up early. Let's break it down. So See No Evil, Hear No Evil. Classic 80s, Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
Gene Wilder.
Yeah.
One is deaf, one is blind. But all the fun. What are your thoughts on this so far?
This is like a world where people are aware that deaf people and blind people exist, but have never met one and can't identify them at all. Because it's like, there's so many scenes in this movie where I was like, yeah, he's like, are you deaf? Yeah. But like, it's almost like nobody, like, unless they actually tell somebody they're deaf or blind, no one catches it. Which I'm like, you know, like, okay, so perfect example is the first 10 seconds of the movie, right? One, I was so confused because he stands waiting for the light to change.
Yeah.
But for some reason, even though he's standing on the side of the sidewalk waiting for the light to change, he's in the middle of the street. Because this guy's honking at him like he's in the middle of the street, but he's over here looking at the light, so you can tell he's aware I'm on the sidewalk. Either way, this whole large scene was like people honking and yelling, and they're saying clearly, "Are you deaf?" And I'm sorry, they're identifying that there is a possibility he's deaf, but no one caught on to the idea that he actually is deaf. Yeah. Because three people are over here yelling, talking, he's not acknowledging, and they're just mad at him. And I'm like, but they're acknowledging, "Are you deaf?" But nobody actually knows how to identify somebody. Like, nobody has ever seen a deaf person or a blind person in this universe that we are watching right now, which I thought was hilarious.
But one of the best scenes is for that introduction is how they interact with each other without actually interacting with each other. When Gene Wilder goes, "Who are you talking deaf? Are you calling me deaf?" And then Richard Pryor, "Are you blind?" And he goes, "Who the fuck are you?" And he's like, "Come over here." And he starts swinging.
So that's another thing about this movie that made me laugh so much is like, I get, you know, some people don't want to admit to their faults, like, oh, they don't want to admit that they have some kind of disability or whatever. But being deaf and blind seemed like a really weird one to kind of like a hill to die on, where you have a blind guy who's gonna try to pretend like he can see. Like, that's so like that's crazy. Like, of course he can't. Like, you know, obviously he can't see. And then the deaf and the gentleman who's deaf pretending like he can hear everybody.
Yeah,
I just thought it was a weird plot line in any kind of movie. But
they're just trying to avoid their disability and.
But I just thought, yeah.
But here's the thing: is that with the movie itself, and I think is that the idea of the plot itself is that they're going to be arrested for murder or charged with murder. They escape the police. They escape the initial killers. They go on a car chase. They'll go across state lines. They find themselves ziplining through it. They battle toe to toe with another blind guy.
You mean Uber blind guy?
Uber blind guy.
Like, I thought that's the weirdest plot twist ever. Like, why? Like, I get if whatever they were trying to catch and steal, whatever, has something to do with some kind of like it has something to do with blind people or something like that. But no, it's a coin. And why is the main bad guy being blind such a weird factor? Like, it plays nothing to do with the movie at all, but he just happens to be, not only is he blind, he's uber blind, where he basically can, like, he can find you in the dark no matter what. Like, I thought that was so weird.
That scene didn't make sense. Like, I'm going to turn off the lights to kill you. I'm like, does it matter? You can't see me.
But no, but it's funny because it's not like he turned off the lights and he maneuvers around the room and he kills him. No, he literally is pointing a gun at him, turns off the lights and shoots. I'm like, he saw you pointing the gun at him. Like, like, it's not like you were all of a sudden gonna like be somewhere else. Yeah. I just thought it was funny. He literally turns off the lights, shoots, and turns back on. Like, that didn't do anything. I just thought it was funny.
But in essence, the chemistry between Gene Wilder,
of course,
and
two comedy legends,
and Richard Pryor was amazing, because I feel like mostly all the one-liners that they had was Fuzzy Wuzzy was a woman. We have that one. Now it's epic.
Yeah.
The other one was when Richard Pryor was in the subway and his sister was like, "You're not white," and he starts screaming, "I'm not white." Are you telling? And I don't know if that was an inspiration or homage to Dave Chappelle's show.
It can't be an homage. Homage is indicating that like Dave Chappelle may have done an homage to him.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dave Chappelle's show of his character of the racist blind man was either homage to that scene in the movie or inspired by it. Just giving love to a legend, being like, I see it. Here's your roses. I'm going to take it to like 20 steps further where he's like, I'm racist. And he's like a Ku Klux Klan member. I felt that was like, oh my God, if that evolved into that, I love it. Yeah. But even when Gene Wilder was like, I threatened a naked woman with my erection when he's trying to get the coin and he has the hand in his pocket and she ends up being naked. Yeah. And all those moments, I was like, these are lines that people laughed at. Like now, if you say now, like if you put it in a movie now, it'd be so questionable. You're like, it's not gonna pass the vibe check at all.
I don't know about that one. Well, it's funny because my absolute favorite line, and the thing is, I knew it was coming. Like I knew the line was coming, and I'm like, but it still made me laugh. Was the part where they're asking, well, what do you want before you die? And Gene Wilder just scratched my nose, and I knew Richard Pryor was gonna say it. I remembered it from when I was a kid. And I was like, he's gonna say that line, and him still saying it made me laugh. So I guess what was it? So I guess the fuck is out of the order, right? I'm like,
the fuck is out of the order.
I'm like you just still caught me.
And that's the thing with this movie, and I know we watched a lot of movies while we were growing up, and we watched movies in the 80s and 90s, and we put it to the scrutiny of like, does it hold weight and down? And I think this one is one of them. Like, if you watch it now, you still fucking laugh. Yeah, because the jokes still hit because it's very universal. Yeah, and just common thoughts of like, and I think it's Richard Pryor's charisma on it because he's pretending to be a blind guy, but just his offhanded comments like. Yeah. There was a comment. She goes like, "You gonna go to jail?" I was like, "I don't mind to go to jail, anyways. Like, unless you like stuff in your butt or something like that." Yeah. I was like, "You fucking said that?" Yeah. Oh man, it just hit different. The comedy in it, I think.
I think we allow it, like, because we're watching an older movie, we allow it to happen. It's not like because same thing happened when I remember I introduced my niece to Crybaby, the movie Crybaby, and she's watching. Ricky Lake having like all these kids and she's supposed to be in high school and like she's looking at me, she's like, this wouldn't play right now. Like, no. She's like, this would never work in a movie right now. So, but that's what it is. These movies, they play on a different level. But you also got to remember too, like I think that their bar of things was very low because there was things that they did in this movie that I'm like, even on a comedy level, that was ridiculous. Like the two scenes that got me were. The scene where the cops break into the hotel room and all of a sudden they're gone and then you see pan back and they're in the vents, right? Yeah. How big are those vents? What kind of vent do you have that fits 3 whole human beings in there?
Oh, yeah. No, logic was all out.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Logic is completely out the door. I'm like...
Car chasing on both of them.
Yeah,
and that's another one that got me was Richard Pryor was driving and Gene Wilder goes, keep your eyes on the road. And he's looking over. He looks for you. Like, if that makes you feel any better,
that was genius. That was a great line. Such a great line.
I feel like they just riffed. They were like, "Here's the plot. We'll just show up, and this is your 2 characters, and just do whatever you want." And it was like chef's kiss.
That was a great line. I loved it because I'm like, he's like, if it makes you feel better, like
if it makes you feel better,
it's like, yeah, you're right. Like, wait, why is he gotta look? Oh man, wait, I gotta reference one scene that I thought was just hilarious. So there's a scene right after the opening where they're at a dog track or horse track, and he's pretending to not be blind by looking at the binoculars and acting like he can watch the whole race. And while he's doing that, the guy next to him is like, what is he looking? Everybody's looking over here. And this one guy's looking over here. So that's indicating, obviously, that he's not watching it because he's pretending to be blind. The part that got me about that... He's pretending to see, sorry. He's pretending to see. So the part that got me about that scene that really just made me laugh was, I get that he's pretending to see. That's why he's looking over there. Why was his sister looking over there? Like, what was she looking at? because she was also looking in that direction, and I'm like, and it's not like she's not looking in a reference to him, maybe whatever. No, on her own, she's looking at the direction, and the whole scene is making fun of he's looking over there while everybody's looking over here. So in my head, I'm like, okay, what is she looking at? Like, I just thought it was hilarious. Like, she's like, it was just kind of probably a mistake.
She went along with it, I feel.
No, I know. It was a mistake that again, it wasn't a scene where she was playing off of him. She just looked.
Yeah.
So I'm like I said, I'm laughing because I'm like, I'm sure nobody told her anything. She just looked in that direction because they were telling Richard Pryor to look. And
yeah,
it looked so weird because like he can't see. That's why he's looking. I don't know.
No,
it was a weird little scene, but it made me laugh.
Even there's another scene within after the car chase scene that they're running through the between the buildings that they knock over a wall and break a hole through it. And Richard Pryor's the first one that comes out, but you see he's like pretending, but he's like grabbing pieces and moving it out the way. I'm like, wait, you're not even feeling for it. He's just like, he already knows it's there. He's just grabbing it, and I was like, they're just not reacting. Responding to logic.
Like that's what I'm saying, that they're reacting to things that are not possible. Like even being blind. Like there was a last scene where Gene Wilder is over here with a knife, right, and he's aiming at the guy. He's like, "I got you. You know, stand up. You know, put your hands up, whatever." And there's like 1,000 cars that roll up and are behind him, right? I'm sorry, I don't care that he's blind. I mean, sorry, I don't care that he can't hear, that he's deaf, that he can't hear the cops. He can feel the motors, he can feel the engine, he can feel like stuff happening behind him, and he's acting like there's like just not one car. It was like 20 cars that roll in. You didn't feel 20 cars just roll in behind you. You're gonna look back. So I just, like I said, they played up the scenes way more than a normal blind person, a normal deaf person would miss.
Yeah. No, they did.
So again, they're playing for laughs. The whole premise was just playing for laughs.
Mm-hmm. They did. But here we get into the territory of buddy action comedy movies.
Yes.
So what is your top 3 buddy action comedy movies?
I would love to pick more like 80s and 90s classics, but some of my favorite characters are fairly newer than this movie, obviously. So you have like the other guys.
Oh,
I love because my whole thing with buddy comedy stuff like that is how the two characters interact, how they get along, how they play off each other, and that was brilliant. I love Will Ferrell and
Mark Wahlberg
playing off each other. I thought it was brilliant. You said 2 more, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 2 more. So the other one would be Ted. I'm a huge fan of.
Is that a buddy action?
It's buddy comedy.
Action?
Oh, you said action. I said comedy.
Comedy action.
Comedy action. Sorry. Okay. I don't know if this is considered a buddy action comedy, but it's a Big Trouble in Little China.
Ooh, that's a good pick.
Yeah. The character of Kurt Russell, and the partner that he has in the movie just had me dying laughing because this guy knows his friend is full of crap, and he's still just kind of letting him riff and just having fun with it. I love the whole interaction between the whole movie, every interaction in there. And let me see. I don't know. Like now you got me in a moment because I'm like action. I guess if action, it would be the one with Tom Hanks and the dog. Turner Hooch. Yes.
Ooh, okay.
It's a little different, but I thought it was a comedy and it's an action.
Yeah. All right. I guess my picks are. It's a great duo that I always love to see on screen.
Yeah.
Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, Bad Boys.
Okay, all right.
That's a good riff. A remake of an 80s TV or 90s TV show classic, 21 Jump Street, Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum.
Okay.
I think they the way they role reversed in the movie gave it a little bit of a nuance, and I love the comedy between the chemistry. And then my favorite, and they had a good trilogy. I think the first one was solid. Second was a little bit better, maybe. Mm-hmm. Rush Hour, Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan.
You know what's funny is like there was always this running joke around that same time. So who was a better comedy duo pick was Rush Hour, Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, or what was the one about the Western that was Jackie Chan?
Shanghai Noon. Also
Shanghai
won.
Noon, yes.
That was my like honorable mention.
Yeah.
That
But that's the thing. I remember they was always joking around that time. They were always joking. Both of those characters are fighting that. Oh, I'm a better fit with Jackie Chan. No, I'm a better fit with Jackie Chan. So
you could also even say that with Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith with Men in Black.
Yeah.
Because Tommy Lee Jones was very cold cut.
Yeah, no, it was a great balance.
Balance. But I think him and Martin Lawrence did way better.
Oh yeah, they
and then my two that are honorable mentions. I'm gonna add it in there.
Yeah,
that's action comedy, but it's an ensemble. But just two of them made it happen for me. Was Jumanji: The New World?
Okay.
Kevin Hart and Jack Black.
Okay.
I think that dynamic and within the ensemble was the best thing for being an action comedy.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. But from there, we just go into our Nickies and give us our rating. I'll start off. I give this a 4. I think even though logic and the thought of the movie is completely out of the scope of what the movie is, I think having those two legends in it is what made the movie itself like gold. Like every moment that they had on screen that they were able to riff off each other every time they had their one-liners. Like even now I'm like, damn, I remember seeing those lines because I haven't said it in so long, but like now I remember like Fuzzy Wuzzy was a woman. I'm like, I'm not white. I'm like, even though he's not deaf, he's deaf, not stupid. I was like, all those moments are just the best for me. What do you got? What are your ratings?
I gave it a 3.
You gave it a 3. Okay, why?
Because you're right, they're both comedy legends, but for me, this wasn't the legendary movie. You know what I mean? Like if I'm gonna pick a Gene Wilder movie that I'm gonna love, I know people are probably gonna say, the candy,
Willy
Wonka, but no, for me, it's Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles. Mine's if it's Blazing Saddles, if it's Richard Pryor side of it, would have been Brewster's Millions.
Oh yeah, that's a bit. That's what I'm saying. Those are my like number 5. Like give it a 5, but. This one was okay. It was mid. I liked it. It was funny, but I wouldn't give it more than a 3.
You wouldn't give it more than 3? All right.
Nah, because there's so many more comedies that they did were way better, and then stuff like that. So this was okay.
All right. So you let us know how many Nickies you give. See no evil, hear no evil. As always, leave a comment below. Let us know